Hey guys, a couple technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a Johnny Jalopy broadcast without this happening.
My name in it that's the issue. What's going on at Sketchy Live 2025, our first episode, and of course, there's technical difficulties.
Of course,
because we're using ity-b's computer, so it's not Johnny Jalopy's problem. Anyway.
In any case,
hey, we're so excited that you're here. 2025 has begun. We're in the second week, basically. And as we promised, it's the 13th, and we're here, Sketchy Live, the podcast. We have so much to talk about, so many things to cover. Maybe not, maybe some, but we sure appreciate that you're here. So, anything you wanted to add?
No.
It's 2025. Maybe we need to start a new.
Well, we'll see you in a minute. We'll be right back.
Cheers. Just piling in. Everybody, there's plenty of room. Hold on. Hold on. There's plenty of room here. Just make your way to the front. It's 2025 Sketchy Live, the podcast.
Guys, we had a fantastic 2024, largely because of you all. We got to hit the road quite a bit, and we attended a few shows. We did some local stuff. When I say local, I mean our neck of the woods here in Florida, but we got to get the cars out a bit this year, and of course Rose, getting her out on the road. Here's and that whole project.
What's awesome is 2025, and already my co-host, who we don't even know her name, has already just started talking like, you guys know who we are. But what if you're a new viewer?
Maybe you're new. Maybe you're new. I'm sorry.
2025, there could be brand new viewers. We just met people at some events we went to.
Who knows? We did.
Johnny Jalopy, hot rod artist, designer, fabricator, sometimes trying to be more. With me by my side, my beautiful, my talented, and sometimes always ity-b.
Okay. I thought another adjective was coming. I guess not.
You do your own.
Yes. So we have been this in February will actually be 8 years.
8 years.
Well, we're starting
Married
our 8th year. No.
Oh.
We're starting our 8th year. We started the broadcast in 2018. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
The most beautiful thing about that is that since 2018, you've called it a broadcast.
It is a broadcast.
Like we're on some sort of a transistor type situation. It's like television, but only better.
Yeah.
Hey, here you don't have to have a subscription.
No.
But a prescription would help.
Sure.
And I've got a prescription, and the only thing that's going to fix that prescription is more cowbell.
And maybe a little higher volume because I can barely hear myself. But yes, so we had a wonderful 2024. We do have merchandise for sale on our website at johnnyjalopy.com. And you all have been so gracious to purchase some things from us. So there's a lot of people out there running around with artwork and wearing the gear. So we're appreciative. Thank you.
You made 2024 amazing.
Amazing.
And we're looking forward to we got plans.
We always have plans, but
no, but this is the year
we're executing. Yeah, we're going to be executing.
It's a whole new year. It's a whole new world. See, I'm singing Disney tunes. It's going to be great.
I used to sing on this broadcast every week.
ity-b has already started a amazingly crazy G.I. Jane regiment going on. She's doing backflip somersaults, 27 push-ups, backflip somersault into full-on chest presses. It's going to be crazy. So be on the lookout.
That's not happening.
No, that's not. Oh, that wasn't you.
But just to give you an idea of what we've been doing the last
Don't
couple.
go right into it. Who's on the
Oh.
broadcast? Have you forgot how to do this?
I will. It's been a minute.
Look at
It's been a couple weeks.
And the problem is you're trying to run the show already. 2025. Who's on the broadcast, ity-b?
I will tell you. We've got Lizzie Daughtry joining us. She said, "Happy New Year, you guys. We missed you."
Happy New Year to you. We missed you too.
She's also posting her YouTube page, youtube.com. Ms. Butterfree34 is her handle.
She's rocking the YouTubes up in that YouTubes.
We've got Paul Marziani joining us from Bradenton Motorsports.
Bradenton Motorsports, where we'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only.
Well, he's probably not at Bradenton Motorsports right now, but he works
recently. He was there.
Yes. We've got Riff Driven joining us on YouTube. Hola. Jim Pollen, our buddy Jim. Hey, welcome back. Hello from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage in Horseheads, New York.
Hot Rod Garage, where the
20 degrees.
It's down in the cold.
20 degrees, snow on the ground up there. Yikes. We've got Sam Metro joining us. Good evening, y'all. And we will get to Sam in just a minute because we were able to meet him and do some fun stuff on Friday with him. So
that's right.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Everybody was kung fu fighting, and I can't wait to tell you about this guy.
Woo! We've got Mike Sadler joining us, Speed and Shine TV. Happy New Year, my friends. Welcome, sir.
What is up? Speed and Shine.
Lizzie said I also do latch hook rug crafts now on her YouTube channel. I used to do those as a kid, Lizzie. I love that. I love that for you. That's fun. We've got Hank D.
Hank Dizzle.
Hank is our amazing website designer and Johnny Jalopy cheerleader. In fact, we need to get with him for a servicing of our website this year.
Hank,
totally forgot about
that. ity-b is calling you for a servicing.
We've got our buddy Shaggy LeBlanc on the broadcast with us tonight.
Shaggy LeBlanc.
And we got to catch up with Shaggy just Saturday.
King of the donuts with him. King of the donuts.
And we have
in your mouth.
We have some news for you that we will be sharing in just a moment. Those are part of our 2025 plans. Steve Heinrich's joining us. What's going on from Hemp Brewery? Or I'm sorry, Lamp Brewery. I'm sorry. These glasses are new. Lamp Brewery. Prescription. And we have some news about that too, because that's coming too. So hold on un momento. Rob Earl, happy new sketchy year to you. Johnny and ity-b from the Hunter Valley, Australia. Great to see and hear you. Welcome, sir.
Good on ya.
We've got Cam McNulty joining us. Hi, guys.
Hello, my daughter. Thanks for the pictures you just sent. I hope you had a fun time.
Actually,
I'm going to see if I can download these because I really want you guys. I want to share.
The gifts.
Yeah. Well, not so much the gift, but what just happened. And this is awesome because this is the future of hot rodding right here.
So our grandson, Mason, had his
great job.
Was he 10?
Yes, turned 10.
Is he 10? Wow. 10 years old already.
Sure is, Granny.
Yeah. At his birthday. And Johnny sent a cool thing for him that he's trying to pull up. So we'll get to that in just a minute. Stay tuned. Howard Pierpont got up this morning at 17 degrees with a 6-inch of snow in Golconda, Illinois.
Where's that?
Where in the world is Howard Pierpont? He is now in Illinois.
We might have. See, that's something I'm going to work on for 2025, where we'll have little music for each person. How fun would that be?
Sure.
Where in the world is Howard Pierpont?
We've got Diane Kinnery joining us. Hello from a very cold Illinois. 11 degrees right now there. Yikes.
Do you want to know where the weather is, Howard? Where in the world is the Howard Pierpont?
James Olchin, hello from Lincoln, Nebraska. Welcome, sir. We've got Robert Spear, I'm guessing, joining us from New Jersey.
What up, Robert?
Robert Spear is the co-host of the Bantha Milk podcast, All Things Star Wars podcast. And I just saw they had some
trivia.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They were asking some in-depth Mandalorian questions.
Oh, Mason is only 9. Why did I think 10?
I thought he turned 10.
She says 9.
Okay.
She would know.
Way to go. Mom. Okay. He's 9.
Robert Spear said, love the growing out of the beard. Yes. Semi-intentional, I would say. I think it got a little out of control. No it way. Was he was in full Santa mode. We didn't quite get there this year, but we're hoping maybe next year.
Where in the world is Howard Pierpont?
Let's see. Oh, Sam Metro said 7 degrees. How is
What?
it 7 degrees? Where are you right now? Where it's 7 degrees?
In Claremont?
No. Robert Spear said, yes, he is in New Jersey. Chilly up there, I'm guessing.
Oh, and the jurors.
Yeah. Oh, so Howard said 600 miles later in Mineola, Texas, with 37 degrees and a full moon. Okay.
Okay.
He said he lost his beard last Tuesday.
Oh.
Oh, I hope you find it.
A shorn Howard Pierpont?
Perhaps shorn.
That's a situation I'd like to see.
Okay, we're caught up on comments here.
Well, hey guys,
So,
welcome.
let's get into it.
Welcome to the broadcast. 2024. Let's talk about it. Hey, lots of stuff happened.
Yes.
Lots of stuff happened. The year started off a little rocky.
It did.
Phew.
It did. And
Yeah.
you know what? It really didn't. It presented some challenges for you creatively.
Yes.
I think we talked about that on one of the podcasts as far as the creative slump goes. And I feel like you've come out of it. You've been putting out some new stuff. You've done some clipboards. You've been just a lot of drawing. I really haven't seen you do much digital recently, but I know you've been working on some stuff.
I'm currently working on the Billy Bash
t-shirt artwork or
artwork for that show. So
when's that happening?
It's coming up
pretty soon.
Yeah. And it came up pretty cool too.
And other than that, last year we did have an opportunity to travel. We went up to Autorama, which was fantastic.
Yes.
And news for 2025, we have been invited back.
And also, we've been re-invited back to the Show Me Lowbrow show in Kansas City.
Yes, which had the opportunity to do this last year and had a blast at that show.
We've got to find our good friend Hicks and see if we can sleep in his garage.
I will sleep with the dog. I loved that dog.
Yeah.
So those are partly 2024 things, and we're now
because
2025.
Yeah, so there was a lot of we went to some few shows, and we traveled. We went outside the box of things that we normally do,
right? And
got involved in some stuff. Once I pulled my head out of my rear end and kind of was like, hey, let's do some stuff. You know what I mean? And popping into 2025, got this new. Not new, but it's definitely a pumped up version. Like I'm feeling a little more back to Johnny Jalopy, where I don't know, oh my god. And the thing we're going to share about that happened this last week really solidified, like I got stuff I got to get done type thing. So we're Sketchy Lives. We're going to be doing some really cool art. We're going to be doing some drawing stuff. Unfortunately, we're still battling a little bit with the technical stuff. So we were hoping for some good changes.
We're getting there. And we've talked in the past for the last couple of years now about trying to get people on. Yes. And now that we have a system set up enabling us to do that, I want to schedule more.
Well, the good news is we've
successfully
done 14 podcasts on our another podcast that we do with another couple via they're in their town and we're in our town, and we're doing a collaborated podcast, which means wherever you are, as long as you've got access to the internet, a video,
an email,
a computer with a camera and a microphone, you can be a guest on the John Jalopy Sketchy Live, ity-b Sketchy Live podcast.
And we have not had our 2025 goals meeting yet. We plan to do that in the next couple weeks.
Clipboards are in.
Get them ready. I'm excited. We usually do a dinner out, and we'll sit and discuss, and we're going to think through who we want to have on. I mean, I know for you, there's a ton of people in the art world that you want to have on.
Yes. We almost had Squindo on last year, but he was really busy with all this Metallica stuff going on. Then he had a trip to Jersey, so that happened. Definitely want to get a Drag Daddy on here. Doug Dorr is somebody we talked to about coming on. Definitely want to get Shaggy LeBlanc and talk about that whole guy's deal. I'd love to have
so much going on.
Love to get our good buddy
Bob
Frizz on here.
Yeah.
Love to talk, just chat with Uncle Larry about just all kinds of different stuff. And then, of course, our newest friend we just met this last week.
So excited.
My buddy Sam Metro now out of Claremont, a huge hot rod history guy, history teacher,
and then just all cool stuff in general.
And holy cow, the things that he's involved
Yeah.
in just outside of just hot rod stuff.
Super cool guy.
Amazing stuff. So, and that's not all, but a lot of you out there, we've talked about having Robert Spears on. Would love to have the Speed and Shine.
Yeah.
You film people. We'd love to have you on there. I like to get. We remember when we went to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
We talked to Hot Rod Jen.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to have her on. So there's lots of people that we want to get on.
We're going to compile our own list and start reaching out to people. But really, truly, one of the reasons why we even wanted to do this was so that people who maybe don't have an outlet to share their story or to share what they're working on, can have one.
And we've done a really, really crappy job of coming through with what we said we wanted to do. So for us, 2025 is where we want to, and we're not big fans of the whole New Year's resolution stuff, but this is definitely goals that we're making for this year, is to where we're getting a lot more involvement in the podcast portion of getting to know you, getting your message, what you're doing out there, helping others spread what they're doing and highlighting that. And then also doing some more different art stuff here as far as Johnny Jalopy is concerned.
Now, James Olchin said, I would love more sketching. I love Johnny's drawings. And we don't want to stop doing that.
It's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop. But I do want to do more of the podcast stuff. What you have to understand is when we're talking, and really how this thing was built was Johnny was drawing and I was doing the talking. He would interject now and then, but he really likes to talk and he isn't able to do that and draw at the same time. I, on the other hand, can chew gum and walk at the same time, but no, I'm just kidding.
Well, and to be honest, after doing it for 7 years straight, every Monday, how many?
Lots of Mondays, most Mondays.
If you go look at our website and how many drawings we've actually done in the last 7 years, just Sketchy Live. That's not including artwork for customers, businesses and things.
Fun little sketches during the week. And
it was a lot. And what was happening is I want to keep the excitement and the freshness of doing things for you guys that is, makes you want to go watch it. And what was happening is I started finding myself kind of repeating the same, not the same topics, but definitely like kind of the same drawing of some
part of it too is a lot of times the best stories that we have are when we go and do things and then come back with that information because we have firsthand knowledge of whatever it was that we did. And we weren't getting out much. Now we're getting out, and our plan is to get out more and be involved in more local stuff. Even if, a Wednesday night we go out and hit a local car show just to see people and talk to people and whatever. Yeah. It just takes a lot of planning, and we have the time.
Well, we're also trying to see if we can find a way to get more. And when you say local shows, more shows that are like with it, maybe a day drive, where we're not spending, having to spend 3 or 4 days,
right?
Flight travel, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of shows we're hoping to see if we can get to.
Yeah.
Because the best part of, like when we went to Kansas City, the best part of that whole trip, was the show itself.
Show was great.
And interacting with everybody that was there. But it was like that part of me that was like, oh man, I wish I had more time to spend hanging out with everybody.
Right.
And we didn't get to, we didn't really get to do that. So
yeah. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot coming up. We are going to be doing a better job prepping for these Monday night shows, whether it's just material to talk about or, actual drawing stuff. We want to do more giveaways this year because we used to do those all the time. We had sales on artwork where it was like a buy one get one prints and stuff like that. We want to start doing that kind of stuff again and just getting the artwork out there. Tim Punnell said Detroit Autorama again. Yes, we have been invited, so we just need to get all the gears in motion for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2 of you come out to present to our art students and take part in the ocoee Teach in Hot Rod show was amazing. You both helped us make it the best show we've had yet. Praying you both will come back next year for us. So we have an invite for the end of this
That's
year
awesome.
as well. I can't wait
Sign
to
it.
do it. It was so
Sign it.
fun. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yep.
Hank said, I have a bunch of ideas for your creative slump. Hank, part of what we're planning will involve a meeting with you. So we will
Yes.
get with you on that.
Mhm.
See when you have time. James Alton said, I know. Queen ity-b is in charge. Ha ha ha. He knows. Um, let's see. We've got unique coaches. 2025 is going to be an awesome car show season. Can't wait. I know. We're looking
Yes.
forward to that too.
Yeah.
Robert Spear said, could you do a Bob Ross style of teaching us how to draw hot rod art? And at the end of the show, we email you our drawings. We did do this once before, and I would love, that's one of the things we're going to talk about is different things we can do, because I think the tutorials are helpful. Even if you're not wanting to draw along or learn how to draw, just seeing the creative process of it is, I know it's interesting for me. And we had a really great response from the last time we did that. So that's definitely
Yeah, so
something
that's
we'll want
kind
to do
of
again.
something I'd like to do a little more of this year versus doing, where we sketch you and I'm sketching and you're watching me kind of do a digital, ink in and color. This year, I'd like to try to do more, and it may take some. This is the logistics part that we got to figure out. More of where you're actually seeing me draw on paper with pen, ink, that kind of stuff, to where maybe it's not necessarily a finished thing, but as Robert's talking about, where I'm talking more about the process of how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not be every Monday night we do that, or it may be hey, this Monday we're gonna strictly stick to wheels, or strictly stick to stance or whatever, that kind of stuff. Or even taking stuff and showing you how to manipulate things, and I don't know, out of Photoshop, or even doing the old way I was doing it, which is where you take photographs of things and you cut and paste to make what your vision is out of photo stuff. So
right,
these are some ideas of some stuff we'd like to do this year, but it may take a little bit of logistics just to try to make it to where it's not boring for you or horribly bad visually to follow along with. So.
Lizzie said Plant City has their car shows this Saturday from 3 to 6. And
Always
see, this
when
is,
I'm working.
I know. But this
last weekend, nothing.
This is what I'm talking about. So this Plant City is a hop, skip, and jump from us. It's something we'd probably still want to trailer the car over there if we took Rose, because I don't think that's going to be quite a ways for her to go.
I think that's something I'm going to be looking into. That
there may be some modifications. I think getting Kona done or closer to being done this year is probably on your list of things to do, as far as getting out in the garage and getting that those other panels from Jim Pollan on.
I actually have been tinkering around with the idea of cutting the top off and making it a removable convertible hard top.
We'll talk. Hank D said the best part of waking up is folders in your cup.
That's right, it is.
So Mike Sadler wants to know, is there an ity-b logo? Yes, there is.
Oh, there has been.
Yeah. If you go on our website, there is a shirt on the website. I think it's probably one of the last ones to have been posted.
I'll pull it up. Keep talking.
Okay. And there is a logo on the front chest, and then
chest.
Design on the back.
It's near the chesticles.
It's near a chesticle. But yes, there is an ity-b logo. I'm very excited. This was supposed to be the first shirt of several.
2025 will be also some iterations of some new ity-b apparel as well. Because
I, for one, was really proud of the shirt. I love the way it came out, and I love the message that it sets for a woman who is sitting shotgun with her man driving the car.
ity-b, you know what the reason why we may not have been selling them? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, just making sure.
I don't know if you can share it on your screen because you're not in the stage. But yes, if we can, maybe he'll do a repost on that for y'all. Oh, there he is.
Hold on.
And echo.
Okay.
Okay. It's still an echo. Let me mute you. There you go. All right. James Alton said you were in Kansas City and didn't come to Lincoln and see me. Boo-hoo. I'm so sorry. You could have come out to Kansas City to see us. Well, we weren't in Kansas City. Where were we? It was Missouri.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kansas City, Missouri. It wasn't Kansas City, Missouri. It was St. Louis. St. Louis. So there it is. Can you see the my little logo down the bottom there? It's me with my hat and glasses on. It's
She with your
silly.
beanie on.
It is. Yep, my
And
beanie
there's
and my
you.
glasses. And there's me
With-
hanging out.
Yeah, totally hanging out.
Hanging out the window. So yes, available on the website, guys. Unique Coaches says, have you guys considered the Triple Crown of Rotting in Nashville? I'm going to take the 1935 Volkswagen Vaj there.
Nice.
Fingers crossed that it will be finished. I would love to go to Nashville. Never been.
Mhm.
It's like a bucket list place for me, especially since I'm into the country now, a
Yeah.
little bit bigger than I was
Well,
before.
and there's where those are states where we may be able to drive
Mhm.
to. So
That may be doable. Phil Krantz is giving a shout out to Shaggy LeBlanc, our buddy Shaggy. So what I was saying before is we did catch up with Shaggy on Saturday. Everything is a go. He's already working on trophies for this year's Autorama, the basement awards. Is that what we'll call them?
yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
he
the
did.
It's the real Autorama car show.
And he extended the invitation for us to come up and share booth space with him again. So
I mean, that's where all the action happens.
it is.
It's
It
in
is
the basement.
such a fun time. First year we went, loved it. Had to go back. We went back again last year, and it was just as fantastic.
Yeah, and love that place, and just the experience, and everybody we get to hang out with, and everybody we get to meet and talk to.
We met
and
so many people.
And realistically, I've been already kind of gearing up and creating some stuff to take with us, so that we've got merch.
Some merch.
A lot of original art that we're going to be bringing this time.
So we do plan to be there. If you're going, please stop by the booth in the basement. We'll see you there.
Get in the basement.
Rob Earl said, your mind is ticking, Johnny. It sounds like you've got ideas you haven't thought of yet.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on up in my brain. And again, this is the really cool thing that with what just happened this last weekend is just opened up some possibilities of ideas.
Well, let's share about that.
So there's
we've been talking about it for months.
National Teach-In happens usually in November.
Great American Teach-In. Yeah, I think it was November originally scheduled. We had some weather issues
and
here.
Our good buddy Sam Metro, had invited us originally. I kind of invited myself. He had bought a few things for me, and he was explaining, hey, we got this teach-in thing that's coming up, and I'd like to get some artwork for it and this and that. And I was like, what? Teach-in? I'm like, huh. And he's like, yeah, we have a car show. And I'm like, oh man, that'd be kind of cool to come up and be a part of that. So I was thinking, we could bring the car up and kids could look at the car, and how fun would that be? We could talk about that. And then I was like, because again, fresh off of Autorama, got to do it a little bit at the Show Me a Lowbrow Art Show, where I was just drawing with kids and stuff. And I'm like, how fun would it be to draw or do some sort of like an art tutorial thing for the kids? So I just kind of threw it at Sam, and he was like, let me talk to the art teacher. And then next thing I know, he's like, dude, yeah,
you're in.
And then it was like, hey, they want you to do like a PowerPoint and a presentation. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't need what? So then it turned into a presentation. So anyways, we had horrible weather that came through our area around that time. Hurricanes hit and it was like 80% chance of rain the day we were supposed to do.
Because in addition to the teach-in, they were also doing a car show. Mm-hmm. So that, I think, is the reason why the rain would have been an issue. Otherwise, we could have just gone to the teach-in and taught inside the building.
So to throw it out, that was an option. We did have the option to still come. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I don't want to, like, it would be a bummer that like they're not doing the car stuff for the kids, but they would do my presentation stuff. And then when they decide to do the car show thing, it's not the full package.
Right.
So
we decided
I was like, let's wait. And this, if we could do it all at the same time, because he did give us the option.
Right.
I was like, no, we'll wait. And he's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, it's going to be this time. And it was a month later.
2 months. It was, January 10th.
And I was like, that gives me more time to prep and get ready. And I still was the 2 nights before trying to throw a PowerPoint together.
Here's the thing. We didn't know where we were going to be, where this was going to be presented.
This is all brand new.
What we'd have available.
And to be honest, not Sam's fault, but it was brand new to them too, as far as having someone else. Because what they had been doing up to this point was just they would just have the kids come out and just look at the cars and talk to the kids about the cars. This was the first time they had done another thing,
a presentation. Yeah.
So that was cool. That it was kind of the first person. Which how cool would it be if it rolled into, I mean, like an automotive engineer or an auto body guy or a fabricator guy come and talk about welding and how that art form and sculpting. And I mean, this could open up possibilities for this thing that they're doing at this particular school into so many different things. If we don't blow it for it, you know what I mean? It could turn to where they go, oh, joining's cool, but what if we got another guy?
Well, and the presentation that you did was based on art, but very car forward. I will say that. So there was a lot of one of the slides brought up like the different types of art, but like to point out to the kids that art takes shape in so many ways. It's all just about being creative. You could be into pottery, you could be into fashion design. We do apparel. That's a part of art.
It was hardcore. The first one was definitely which was first class was
sixth graders. Yeah, they were little.
And I kind of went a little bit into hot rod history a little bit, and then I could see
it was like over their heads. I think.
But then I started asking them about how their art goes and questions and stuff, and then we seemed to get a little more interaction. So I basically took my screen, my PowerPoint that I had done I had the history of hot rodding into the custom culture, Big Daddy Ed Roth, how we as artists were influenced by him, then my own art, I had this whole PowerPoint and a really cool presentation, but I had to totally 360 and go, okay, that's not going to be this isn't going to work for that.
Yeah. Right. After the first one, you made some changes for each of the groups, and each of the groups, like first it was 6th grade, then it was 7th grade, then it was 8th grade. So you were able to kind of talk at a different level. I think what would be cool is for you to run the PowerPoint on a Monday night and go through it for everybody here.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that would be neat to do.
Would you like to learn from Professor Jalopy?
It may be a neat thing to do. So it was such a great response from the kids. And I will say the staff at ocoee Middle School.
Oh my gosh. We were treated like kings.
They brought in lunch for us. They were so accommodating. They were so patient.
So awesome. And again, Sam,
so kind.
Thank you so much to you, to your car club for allowing us to pop our little VW contraption on the end of these really amazingly cool hot rods that were there.
And the students loved it. I don't know if you guys all saw the photos. They were crowded around it.
I made the mistake of allowing kids to get inside my car. And the next thing I know, I heard that they were trying to get in other people's cars. And I was like, oh, no. Just mine.
Just this one. Just this rust bucket.
Whoops.
Joe Faust says, I didn't catch it. Detroit again next month. Yes, sir. Yeah, and we're looking forward to seeing you there. Timothy Ponnell said yes to Detroit. Yes, sir. Okay. Hank D is posting the link to that t-shirt. Thank you, sir. Speed and Shine. Nice. Going to order for wife. Oh, perfect. Love it. Matt Williams said, good evening, sketchy duo. Like the shirt. Thank you, guys. Still available on the website. We've got plenty left.
Lots of them.
James Olchin said, I didn't have a vehicle. I had an accident 6 weeks ago. My car totaled by a person running stop sign while on the phone doing Uber Eats. James, I'm so sorry to hear that. Gary Miller said, how are both of you tonight? Wanted to drop by and say hey from Nashville. See, another Nashville.
Up? Yeah, we got to get over there. I'd love to come on to catch a show. Gary's
well, he said, looks like I'll be in Florida with the band in March and April, so I'm looking forward to it. Please let us know. Autorama is the first weekend in March, but other than that, we may be able to get a night or two free. So let us know where you're going to be, and we will drive there. Joe Lombardo joining us. Hello, guys from Jersey. Welcome, sir. Julie Anderson, our buddies, Julie and Spud Anderson over in the Pacific Northwest. What a fun experience for you guys. They were lucky to have you. How fun would it be to come out to the school out there and do it?
Here's what was really cool. So there was,
that would get us out there.
What was really fun is they did an art show as well, or an art contest. So these 6th, 7th, 8th graders all did automotive, custom culture inspired artwork in their styles. So it was so cool. I think I posted the video. Maybe I didn't. I think I waited. Maybe we'll post it. Me walking through each one of the pieces, because what was really cool is to watch these kids who don't know Big Daddy Ed Roth. But I will say this: as I'm going through my screen, my little slideshow, and I'm like, "Do you know what this is?" And we went through some of Big Daddy's cars and stuff, and they didn't really know them, but they're like, "What?" Every kid was like, "Oh my god,
That's crazy!
Wow, oh man, you see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, these are real cars that are out and about." And then, of course, Barris's Batmobile. And everybody's like, I know that car. The fact that this generation still knows who the original Batmobile. I mean, there's been how many different changes of the Batmobile to this point. But the 60s Batmobile is still such an iconic car.
Right.
So cool. And then I held up Ratfink. And I'm like, does anybody know who this is? And a big handful of them knew who it was. In their art, and it's shown it. They had all done some sort of a piece with Ratfink.
Well, not all of them, but
a big portion of
there was
them
like 20 kids or so.
Did. And the really cool thing is that we ity-b and I got to give away a trophy to a young lady. Well, we didn't know it was a girl at the time, but who had done this really amazing little teeny. She called it what she called it. Forget what she called it. It was a rat, like an ink and pen Ratfink drawing, and it was amazing. Like it could have been pulled off the wall, totally vectorized, and put on a T-shirt. Like didn't trace it, hand drew it. It was sick. So yeah, she won the award from us.
She won our award.
It was so cool. But there was so many different, just custom culture inspired stuff that young kids that are still. It was just so cool. It was just so cool.
It was a great experience. Sam Metro said you were a natural teacher, Johnny. And that is true. There were some ladies in the media center. I don't know what their position was. I don't know if they were teachers.
I think they were sitting down.
They were behind the desk and they were part of the staff. And they were like, oh my gosh, do you want a job here? Like they were
librarian.
It may have been one of the librarians, but she's like, oh my God, that was great. It was just wonderful. These poor ladies heard this presentation 4 times.
Yeah. I felt bad for the art teacher.
Yeah. Art teacher.
But it wasn't the same every time.
So no, it was a little different. We got Randy Wolfman Adam, a brand new indoor car show happening November 8th and 9th in Metro Detroit area, Oakland Expo Center, Waterford, Michigan, the Shiny Rust Hot Rod Spectacular.
Oh man. That sounds cool.
It's November 8th and 9th in Metro Detroit area. So
a little close to show me.
Yeah, that may be too much for us to do in November. See, that's the thing too. We still have these darn day jobs, man. Yeah. We got to get rid of these things, and then we'll have plenty of room.
Hank D was saying, we really need to grow this YouTube channel this year.
Please.
So please go like and subscribe.
Watch the videos. The
worst case
whatever.
Scenario, please subscribe. I got to get my subscribership up.
Yeah,
we are so close in minutes watched, total minutes watched, to becoming legitimately like a legitimate YouTube channel. And with your help, we can do it. This 2025 is the year that we make John Jalopy Sketchy Live, ity-b.
We're gonna push
legit.
We're pushing
YouTube people. And remember, of all the podcasts and all the YouTube channels that are out there, you make this so amazing. It's your interaction, us reading what you guys talk about. It makes you guys make us think about new things to do. So just know it would be a win for all of us because you guys are such a huge part of Sketchy Live.
And anybody watching these videos, because I'm saying your names, they may not be looking through comments and stuff, but they're hearing it. If they just have us on audio, they're hearing you. They're hearing your comments. They're hearing what you're saying. Your names are getting out there too. So something to consider. George Bennett said, hello from Milan, Michigan, and Hot Rods Motorcycle Awareness and Suicide Prevention Foundation. Another guy we'd like to get on
the show.
Hear about what's going on with you. We've got Scott Ferguson. Hey, y'all. Now, Ferg's Hot Rod Shop has been on the show before.
Yes, check it out.
We've had Scott and his wife, Nicole, on, and they have some cool stuff going on. Again, this guy never sits still. So, Can't wait to see them when we go up to Michigan as well. Randy said, thanks for the shout out for the Shiny Rust Hot Rod Spectacular. A lot of interest and already a lot of hot rods registered.
That's awesome.
And it's not until November.
Gosh, that would be. I mean, it would be so cool to come out, even if the worst scenarios, just come out and check it out because it sounds like a cool show.
I know. Yeah.
For sure.
So, yeah, this. What about the show?
What
do you think inspired you?
What about the bumblebees? What about the bees?
So Stuart, what was that?
What about the bees? What was it, bumblebees?
Well, who was it?
What about the bees? What about the bumblebees?
Brian Regan.
Yeah.
If you watch Brian Regan's last stand-up, that's what that's from.
What about the honeybees? What about the honeybees? What about the honeybees? What about the honeybees?
Shut up. Anyways, I was gonna say, so what about
the honeybees?
What about the teach-in inspired you? Like you said, it may open up doors for new things. Are you thinking of maybe doing more of a teaching element?
Well, again, back to what Robert Spears was saying, is trying to do in the tutorials. It made me rethink about how do we make the tutorial portions of what we're doing a little more impactful, so that maybe you guys can I don't know. I'm assuming if you're watching Sketchy Live, you're fans of watching art and seeing art and curious, and maybe you're a budding artist yourself and trying to learn. It's really cool. I've seen over the course of the past 7-8 months new artists popping up on Facebook and Instagram and things that are sharing artwork that I'm going, some cool inspiration. I can see a lot of because that was part of some of my talk as well from some of the kids, was like, one of the most important things is you're learning art is trying to work on your voice. It's good to
finding your voice.
It's good to practice, and it's good to emulate your favorite artists and stuff. But at some point, you got to kick the training wheels off, and you got to start finding your own voice and your own way of drawing and stuff. And even though it's always so humbling when somebody goes, "Man, your artwork really reminds me of Ed Big Daddy Roth," which makes me go, "Yeah, Ed Newton is the actual guy that was drawing most of it." But to be even remotely, like the other day, somebody said, "Oh, dude, your artwork and Keith Wiesner's is like my top favorite." I'm like, my name next to that guy, so
quite a compliment.
Yeah, it was huge.
Hank said the channel needs more watch hours. We just need people to watch the show. The average watch time is 20 minutes. So yeah.
And it's probably this part right here where you get boring, and
it's also,
what about the honeybees?
We need to come up with some new
What about the honeybees? Sorry, good.
We need to come up with some new shorter content as well. And it's stuff. Oh, we have a visitor.
Yeah.
All right. She's good.
Dog in the back. Sorry.
If we came up with some other content, shorter things that people would watch the full video of. So maybe more trips out in the car and posting that on YouTube. Maybe we do an on-site little pop-in like we were doing before. Aw, there she is.
Maybe a new mascot of Sketchy Live. It's Coop.
It's Coopy Doop.
Who's not going to like and subscribe so we don't put her out in a cage in the middle of the night? What's up, Coopy Doop? Good girl.
Sweet girl.
Everybody on a TV show has their dog show up all of a sudden for ratings.
If we don't wrangle her in, she will knock over a camera. Lizzie said you guys can do a short 3-minute video now for your channel. Yeah, we can do shorts. It's just a matter of getting out there.
What about the shorts? What about those shorts?
I think when Johnny decides to do some stuff out in the garage with the cars, we actually have a camera set up out there already. So it's just a matter of getting it going.
Yeah. It's all the stuff we talk about every year.
Yeah. But it's just, this is the year of execution. If we had That doesn't sound
This
good.
is the year.
It does not sound right.
You hear that, Coop? This is the year of execution.
Yeah. Not your execution.
Look at
Not
her. She got
you.
scared for a minute. She's like, "Are you
Aw.
talking about me?"
Yeah. Speed and Shine TV said you can do 3 minutes. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Michael Schmel, your neighbor in Newport Richie, via
up?
Panama. Is that where you're at? Panama.
Or animal, sorry.
Rob Earl said you just don't do a Happy Days and jump the shark, guys. LOL. We were just talking about Happy Days the other day because we were watching a show and there was a guy from Happy Days.
Yeah.
Like
Tuesday-
literally yesterday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Thursday, Friday, happy days. What
No.
about the honey bees? It's the guy from Married with Children.
Yes, same
It
guy.
was Richie's brother, I think.
So,
Yeah, where are we at on time?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
So we're probably going to cut it short there because
I
I think
we've wrapped up. Yeah, we've said all we want to say.
yeah, we will have more info for you as we move along. Next Monday, we should be doing a broadcast. I have a medical procedure on Tuesday, but I will be available Monday. So we will do a drawing broadcast on Monday. We're going to gear up for. We're going to try and come up with some really cool content to talk to you guys about.
I think
as well.
we're going to do a clipboard.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do a live drawing of a clipboard. Some of the clipboard art, so you can kind of see how I do those. Those are fun. And then we'll make that available for sale at the end of the thing.
And we're also going to try and do more auction stuff too. We are sitting on a ton of stuff here.
But we also have a show coming up, but that'll work.
Yeah.
We keep it.
So we may do that too. Just lots coming up, and we're big talkers, guys. Look, self-admitted, we do this every year. We have super fun goals that we set, and then we make some of them. We don't make all of them. And I want to make this promise to ourselves. You know, we talked about it being tough last year, and I'm not the one creating the content, so I can't be the one to do it all. This guy's got to have his head in the right space.
This guy's got to have his head out of his space
in order for us to make it work. And last year was a tough year. We lost Mama. In fact, today marks a full year that she's been gone. So
today was the day. Let's bring it on down to a lower point.
No, we're not, because what she'd want you to do is keep going. She loved this broadcast. Yeah, so, she loved what we were trying to do.
Yep.
And
there's twofold now. So the whole reason John Jalopy Hot Rod Art started was because I lost my dad, and I made a promise to him because he was a guy that spent, as part of my little spiel for the kids. So here you get a part of it too. Is as a young kid, he would I sat at the kitchen table and we drew pictures, and he would draw cars with me, and he was a budding artist, taught himself how to oil paint and just wanted to be really good at it. And he became pretty good at it. And, when he got time to paint finally and spend some time, he rapidly gained skill. Fast. He was so fast in how quick he was struggling, went to he took a couple classes. Someone helped him. Boom, man, he was on fire. And then he got sick. But before he got sick, he tried to sell some of his art, but he wasn't confident that he could. And we all finally talked him into putting one piece of art at a local gallery that got no visitors, and it didn't sell, and it discouraged him. And his dream was to sell art. Right. So he ended up making jokes and sold art to family for like a penny. And he's like, see, I'm finally selling it. So when my dad passed away, I was like, you know what? All this time he spent with me, all this time and passion that I have doing what I know I want to do, and I have this love of wanting to do stuff. I'm gonna sell art, and he's gonna sell art, because all that he taught me is why I'm gonna sell it. Right. And so there's where the fire in my butt got put in. And when you met me, that's all I did. Every waking moment was draw, and post and draw and post and draw. And so, this whole, the fact that we're sitting here talking Sketchy Live, that was started by me drawing. I mean, could you imagine? I just wish my dad was here that he could be on and talk about, his passion for it, for art and different things like that too, and all the dreams that he had. And then sitting right beside my dad, silently giving full every single time I talked to her, every week I'd call her, encouraging me, patting me on the back, you know,
I'm sure she saw a lot of your dad and you as well.
words of kindness, and just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, as far as pushing me, meaning you could do it, you can do it, you can do it. And I'm so proud of you, so proud of you, so proud of you. So those are the things that I don't have that phone call that I have with my mom on every Monday, that where I get every single time there was a moment where I had a little art block or I wasn't feeling very confident in my artwork. She would say, "Oh my gosh, I just saw that last drawing you did, and we were looking at it, and boy, it's so cool. You should do more of those." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mom." And then it would just light a fire into my butt. So,
well, and then when we started doing this and had the banter back and forth, she loved it.
yeah,
she loved it.
Yeah, she was. You guys know, some of you that were here from the start knew my mom would pop on and would be chiming in and saying, it'd take her 5 hours to type, "Great job." That
she used to comment, then she kind of tapered off with the comments.
Yeah. And we had her on a few times, which was fun.
Rift Driven said maybe you could sell some of your dad's artwork on the website.
Those are personal treasures. He didn't do, and that's the thing. My dad didn't do a lot of it.
And it was a lot of landscape stuff, but it was fantastic. We have a couple pieces.
So maybe that's something we'll do, is I'll pull some of those out. Maybe one of the art things we'll share some of my stuff, things my dad talked about, as he was learning. But again, he really, really learned so fast. And then
so did you.
Well, it's because I put the time in.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's my dad that I saw from him. But again, that's the takeaway from the influence and complete. Every Monday I had a pep talk.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it funny? That's how Sketchy Life started, is because of my mom. I think I did it once, and we did it as a whim, and my mom was like, "That was really cool. You guys should do more of those." And I was like, "Okay." Because my mom said to do it.
And every Tuesday you'd have your phone call with her, and she would critique the Monday night. But I mean, it was never a bad critique.
No. I talked to her Monday. We talk about, what are you drawing? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, "I don't know, Mom." And then what about this? And I'm like, "Oh, that's a great idea." Then I draw it. And then Tuesday I'd call her just real quick on my way. I'm like, "Hey, I got a couple minutes. Hey, how you doing?" And then she would just talk about, "Well, I like this and I like that." And, yeah, it was really cool. So
yeah.
We miss her. Love you, Mom.
Yep. So that is going to be the inspiration for this year, is to keep it going, to make her proud, to make Dad proud. And we're going to do it. This year is going to be the year of the airbrush as well. We've talked about that for the last couple of years.
Yes.
But you're going to be digging that stuff out. In fact, we have a goal for possibly Autorama. We're going to talk about it and see if that's something we can still do. Yeah. But yeah, stuff's got to happen, guys. We're ready to make this bigger and better and more available. We want to get Johnny's name out there.
Can't lose sight of Sketchy Live isn't just about the artwork.
No.
It's the comments that are coming through right now. Don't forget to read them.
I will.
Because this is really what has made Sketchy Live the best thing about it.
The interaction.
I've watched lots of drawing tutorials and different things like that. And I watch comments being said by people on the thing. And that's the hard part, which is the sole purpose of why I brought ity-b in the beginning, which was the artist would be so concentrated on trying to do the art and teach and do things. There was all these cool interactions from fans and friends and encouragement that the person was just not even getting. Not necessarily that maybe he needed it, but
they probably went back and read them, but it would have been afterwards.
I just think it's such a huge portion of what we do. It's such an important part of it that it's made it what it is. It's why we've learned to figure out how to, in every conversation we have about even the podcast stuff, because think about this, most podcasts we could have easily just talked, shut the comments off, and not even worried about it. They could have kept flowing. We don't really talk about them. And I've seen podcasts that do that, but it's so much more fun having you interact. And we apologize if we don't get to every single comment, but I think of all of them,
we're reading most of them. Yeah.
you do an amazing job to get to most every single comment.
And we like going live. We like living on the edge and the possibility of screwing up and
that
having it
will
be an
always
issue.
happen.
George Bennett said, I will see you guys at Autorama. I have some t-shirts from Hot Rods. What size shirt do you want? Oh,
Double X.
yeah, I can do a 2X too, and I'll just tie it on the side, or maybe an extra large.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Men's, because it's probably men's.
Men's.
Cam said, have you thought about doing a design on one of your t-shirts for grandma?
We do have grandma's artwork that we've done on Sketchy Live.
We
too,
do.
So
we don't have it as a t-shirt.
We'll do it as a t-shirt.
Sam said, may we all be blessed with our dreams in 2025. Yeah. Rob Earl said the amount of involvement by the viewer into this broadcast is great.
Absolutely.
That's our favorite part of it. We've made so many friends. What's cool is that we're making friends online, but then we actually go and visit you guys.
Yes.
So I love it. Or you can come here.
That has been the cool part is we have met people on here who have commented that we've met for real, go meet and spend time with.
Yeah.
And it's just the best. That's the best, because now it's not just, like for instance, Lizzie Daughtry, for the longest time from the beginning has been
7 years,
and then we finally get to
met her last year.
Finally get to meet her and say hello and all that kind of stuff, and it was just so cool to finally connect, and so grateful that she's been here from the beginning.
Every Monday.
Spud and Julie, another that we didn't meet them on the broadcast, but they were some folks we met on a cruise that then were like, you have a drawing show, and then started showing up on Mondays and have been here since the beginning. And how grateful we are that they continue to keep showing up. And even if it's just a chime in and, hey, we got to go, means the world to us, because it's still like, hey, you're taking a few minutes out of your time on a Monday night when there's so many other things you could be doing. You're hanging out here, and we're so appreciative.
And our overseas guests, look at all this.
Oh my God, that's the best, dude.
Australia,
hello, Mike.
UK, South America. We've just had everybody
and
reach out
go ahead.
Go ahead. It's just fun.
I was just gonna say, and here's my daughter on here all the time.
Yeah.
Not going, this is really stupid, Dad, I don't want to be a part of it. And
she's a mom of 3 kids and still makes time.
She keeps continuing to pop on here too, so that means the world to me as well.
Tim Ponnell said, see Bob Fry's redone lion truck. Yes.
Oh yeah, so cool. Cool.
So much fun.
Out with the dragon, in with the lion. Let's go to Detroit.
Yeah, I know, I'm excited. All right, guys. We are gonna let you go. Hank D said, some of us have been here since the Monster Mondays and the mystery boxes. Yes, for sure. There's Bob Frizz now. Welcome,
up, Bob?
Bob.
Yeah, Hank. Again, you are one of those people that's how we got this relationship, as far as, you helping us out with the website and doing all that you've done for us, is that, you showed up and just said, hey, and was commenting on stuff back when, we were talking about the lizard outside and the frogs and all
Walter
and the mystery box and all these kinds of things that, and those things are on YouTube. You can go back and check all those old episodes where it's just my hands and us talking. And I'm going to tell you, if you haven't, go watch them, because they're funny.
There are some funny ones.
There's some funny situations. But I was, I kept encouraging ity-b, like, we need to get you on camera. We need to get you more involved in people seeing us. I don't know if it helped it, but it definitely seems like it's added something to it, but we just want to go to the next level. So anything you can do, please like and subscribe. Go over to our YouTube channel. Please help us grow. 2025 would be amazing if we can finally become a legit YouTube channel, and
That'd
then really start taking off. Because again, our goal is to make whatever you're doing out there also more visible.
Bob Frizz says you have your room ready. So he's welcomed us into his home for the Autorama weekend. Very excited. It was a wonderful stay last time. Loved hanging out with you, Bob. We are so appreciative. You're so fantastic.
We would love to, and I promise ity-b won't break the bathroom this time.
It was this guy.
It was not me.
Hank says, Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
You have to go back and watch the early episodes to find out the Walter story.
Or also the really bad there's an episode of where I on a leprechaun or a
It
St.
was
Patrick's Day.
It was March. Yeah, it was
Yeesh. really,
not good.
really bad attempt at drawing a lady. So funny.
Gavin Little joining us. I'm super late, but hello. Welcome,
What's up,
sir.
Gavin?
Sam Metro saying, have a great night. God bless. Yes, we are
Yep,
going to let
back
you
at
guys
ya.
go. Thank you for tuning in. And please reach out to us by email, through Instagram, through Facebook, and let us know if a couple things. Anything you'd like to see in 2025, maybe designs or drawing prompts for Johnny.
Some art stuff that maybe I've forgotten, because
Yeah.
there are some movies that we still need to finish
Yeah.
the rest of the cars for. For instance, we haven't done any 007 cars. We just watched I just watched a movie and I was like, I was watching something on about the American Graffiti 55 Chevy, and I'm going, oh my god, we still haven't done. I don't think we've done the Impala yet. We haven't done the. Wait, there's like 3 or 4 cars we still haven't done from that movie.
So if you have any of that information, send it over. If you're interested in being on our show, let us know.
Yes.
And what you'd want to talk
Swampy
about.
treats.
We just need to get with you about a week or so before, just so I can get prepped with some questions. And it's going to be fun. We're definitely going to be way more organized with this, come a little bit more prepared to the table for you guys so we can make it a better show. But please reach out to us. Don't hesitate. We are very much available. I know some people are not. We are very much available. Not always by phone, because we do both have day jobs, but if you message us or email us
for sure. Text messages work great too.
Yep.
I'm super available that way. Phone calls, unfortunately, are a little bit tougher for
little
because
tougher.
of job and different stuff, but love to connect. And and again, it's so awesome that just a fluke thing of like even a Sam Metro where we're texting back and forth daily now.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to let you go.
Swampy trees.
Thank you again for a wonderful 2024. Looking forward to spending 2025 with you as well.
What about the honeybees?
Oh my God. Go watch the Brian Regan comedy special.
Oh my God. What
So
about
funny.
the honeybees?
We love you guys.
What about the honeybees?
For Sketchy Live, this has been ity-b.
I'm John Jalopy. That's ity-b. This is Sketchy Live. We're so grateful that you showed up. Don't forget to hit the website, johnjalopy.com. We got beanies, we got stickers, we got shirts, hats to come, new design. We got lots of stuff new. I do have some fresh designs for t-shirt stuff coming out. Car show is headed your way, cold weather guys. So we know it's coming your way. So we need to start gearing up quick. Get your gear.
Get the gear.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Stay sketchy.
What about the bees? What about